Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of RanDOTA. I am D, the host for the show, your host for the show, where the meta doesn't matter. This is an all-pick game I found. Just looking through the current game list. We'll go ahead and get started. Now I am still coughing a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but not really much I can do. We're just gonna soldier on and cast this game. This is an interesting one, from what I remember. I actually found it the night before I decided to cast this, and the way I do this, I do cast these from replays. I don't do live casts, mostly because I don't usually catch a game before it starts. If I do, and I have my recording software running, I might actually do live casts eventually. Right now I don't really have time to do that though, so which is unfortunate. Also, if you haven't seen yet, I have now started my new Friday series that I was talking about for a while. I mentioned it in the last couple episodes of my playthrough of Airmore in the Ashen Empire for the War of the Gods. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It ended up being about 10 episodes. It's a fun series. Oop. We have our first pick here for the Radiant. We have a Necrophos picked up. I still prefer to call him Necrolite just because it sounds cooler. Because, I mean, Necrophos sounds... It flows a little better in terms of letters, but eh. Also, when I first came into Dota, he was still called the Necrolite. I don't know why they changed it.
Tide Hunter.
We have a Tide Hunter. Don't see him too often. Fun fact. The fact that we have no Tide Hunter, I'm just using that as a shout out to the original name of my favorite team, which is, as I've said before, Alliance. Oh, and now we have no Tide Hunter, indeed. Changed over for a Bat Rider. What I mean by it's a kind of a shout out to Alliance's old name. For those of you that don't know, Alliance was before they were Alliance, they were known as No Tide Hunter. Now this is not a team game, but so now we've got Bat Rider versus Necrophos is the only matchup we've got so far because it's the only heroes we've had picked. We'll see who gets picked next. I do have a Captain's mode as well, maybe two actually coming up. After all, this is episode 9. And we have a Rubik picked up for the Radiant. Always a fun person to see played. But as for the Friday series I was talking about, if you have any interest at all in Terraria or just somebody trying to survive, check out the Wild Terraria Fridays. Which I called it that just because it's a fun acronym when you get down to it. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to free camera now. There we go. But a Necrophos Rubik combo can actually be a lot of fun if they played right. Because, I mean, if you see they have a good bit of synergy there between them.
Chaos Knight.
The Chaos Knight, always a fun pick. I forget which of the 4 fundamental forces he's supposed to represent. What I mean by that is, there's four characters called fundamentals, or they're also occasionally called pillars, although that's only really by one of them. These are Chaos Knight, Io the Wisp, Keeper of the Light, and Enigma. Each one of them actually represents one of the 4 fundamental forces of the universe. For example, Enigma represents the force of gravity. One of them represents. I know one of the other 3 represents the strong nuclear force, and one represents the weak nuclear force. I just can't remember which is which. And I can't remember. I cannot for the life of me remember the fourth fundamental force right now. I'm not a scientist. And we have an Earthshaker picked up by the Radiant, followed by a really quick pick of the Clockwork from the Dire. I do remember that the Clockwork in this game actually has some interesting cosmetics. I'll show you what I mean when we get in. I'm actually going to look up the fourth fundamental thing I just mentioned. Let's see, I need Radiant Strength because I'm gonna do this with IO. Is the one I'm looking up right now. Let's see.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Wind Ranger picked up by our Radiant team. Always fun. Oh, okay. Io is apparently supposed to represent three of the major forces of quantum mechanics: the strong force, the weak force, and electromagnetism. Okay. I would have sworn that the four fundamentals were supposed to do that, but oh well. And Skywrath picked up by Dire. I haven't actually seen him used in any pro games recently that I can think of. He's really, just because he's so squishy and his ultimate is just so, you have to have a really good setup for his ultimate. Although with the Clockwork they do. Those of you that are unaware, Skywrath's ultimate, Mystic Flare, does a huge amount of damage. Like you can see there, 600, 1,000 to 1,400 damage to anyone caught in the area. The issue is it's split evenly between every hero in that area. It's a very small area, but. So for example, if you have, at level 3, you get one person in it, they're going to take 1,400 damage over 2.4 seconds. But like it says, it's distributed evenly, so. If you can somehow get all 5 of the enemy team into one spot and do it on them, you're not going to do much of any damage. Let's see, you would do 14 divided by 5 doesn't work out very well. But that is 3. No, it's not quite 3. It's 2 and 4/5, and we have a tiny pick to finish off our Radiant. But yeah, it'd be, so each person would take 200 and 280? Yeah, I think about 280. I'm gonna check on that real quick because. Oop, that's the wrong thing. I don't need that. I need the calculator. Yeah, 2.8. So it'd be 280 damage to everybody if you somehow manage to get all 5 enemy heroes in Mystic Flare at once at level 3. So, as you can tell, not terribly useful, but like I said, with the Clockwork, because of the way Power Cogs works, if your Clockwork can actually get a good hook and get just one person trapped in the Power Cogs with him, Power Cogs, Mystic Flare, Battery Assault, that's basically anybody's dead. And the Dire finishes off with an Ancient Apparition. So they've got a lot of good damage right there. And yeah, this is what I meant about Clockwork having some interesting looking cosmetics.
I think we can agree that this prepare for battle. It's never been more in the bag.
Steel Chrome Munitions is the set, if you're wondering. All right, we've already got a bit of trash talking going on. That's okay. That is a very toxic-looking weasel. Badger.
With utter certainty that this one is.
All right, let's start with our Dire side. On the Ancient Apparition, we've got Lemon Tree. Chaos Knight is played by NJTL Zergrush. I'm probably just gonna call you Zergrush because it's easier. On the Batrider, we have Mir with three E's. Skywrath Mage, played by Sullivan Haynes. And Cross on our Clockwork. Yes, sir, playing Tiny.
30 seconds.
If I remember right, Tiny's model gets really messed up later on in this game. Rubik, played by Lianmin Huyendiu, I think. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just gonna guess. Mayor, playing the Earthshaker.
Yeah, baby, it's in the
FNG on the Necrophos, probably not the real one. And then Might, MYT, playing the Wind Ranger. Oh, we got a bit of a scrap already on the top rune. Batrider manages to get it. Nothing else happens with that though. So let's go ahead and get the last hits up.
Creep and creep lumbers on.
Alright, looks like our lanes are going to shake out with Wind Ranger going top, Necrophos going middle, and then we got a tri-lane bot with the Earthshaker, Rubik, Tiny combo on our Radiant side. For our Dire side, Clockwork's going bottom on his own, solo. Necrophos is laughing about something. Tiny had to pause for a second. So we have Batrider going mid up against the Necrophos. Kind of depends on how they're played, but also depends on how early Necrophos picks up a point in the Heartstopper aura. That was a quick pause. Skywrath gonna be going top, but right now he's in the jungle, probably gonna start stacking. Ancient Apparition and Chaos Knight on top. That's a lot of stacks of sticky napalm, but oh, Batrider dives way too far. Luckily for if only Necrophos had managed to pick up that point in Sadist earlier, he could have actually gotten a lot of his health back. Looks like Skywrath's coming in to try and help out the Batrider. Oop, Tiny gets knocked back by the cog, so he doesn't have any mana, but he's still got most of his health. Whereas Chaos Knight's getting pushed back by the Wind Ranger. Tiny's actually going to town on his last hits chart. He's already up to 8. No denies for Clockwork yet, who just probably can't get terribly close to him. Necrophos and Batrider just trading creeps. Oh, and Concussive Shot comes in from the Skywrath off the side. Doesn't look like Necrophos is gonna make it out of this one. Oh, he puts off a Death Pulse. That's gonna be a level 2 Death Pulse. Heals him for 90 health. He's gonna survive that one easy now. Batrider, on the other hand, pretty low on health. Gonna go get pick up a bounty rune for himself. Whereas Clockwork manages to pick up an illusion rune, sends the two of them around the side. It's a pretty good deep ward here. Keep an eye on the jungle. Make sure there's no ganks coming in on him. The illusions are just... Oop. Hold that thought. Earthshaker comes in, fissures the Batrider, but Batrider pops Firefly, just goes right over the thing. Wind Ranger. Oh. The Ancient Apparition manages to deny that creep, so... Clockwork's actually pushed the lane all the way down to the Radiant tier 1 on the bottom. Makes sense. Already got a bit of a stat going for the pole camp on the Radiant side. But there's not going to be any stacking here for the Dire because of this one Observer Ward. It's right in the box. Uh-oh. Batrider is he going to get away again? Yes, he is. That Firefly's proven to do some goods. Proven to be good for him so far. Although he can't go too much closer, and he's in the Heartstopper aura. Which means he's not going to be gaining near as much health as he normally would from the Tango. Uh-oh. Nope. Necrophos doesn't want to commit to this just yet. Oh! Reality Rift onto Wind Ranger. She pops Wind Run, and oh, yeah, she's gonna get away now that Earthshaker comes in with that fissure. Oh, great shackle onto the Chaos Knight, but is it gonna be enough? Are we gonna see another? Are we gonna see Chaos Knight go down? Or are we gonna see Wind Ranger go down? Actually. Oh, yep, she's going down, folks.
Arrow flies.
Are we gonna get a trade though? Concussive shot onto the Earthshaker. He goes down too. Double kill for the Ancient Apparition. While in the meantime, Necrophos and Batrider trade 1-for-1 on each other. Apparently, this is a Southeast Asia game. I mean, we did see that Welcome to Singapore at the beginning, but Rubik's got a double damage. He doesn't do much damage, but I mean, he does have his lift ready. It actually might have been better to give that, to find a way to give that DD rune to Tiny. Because, I mean, he does a lot more damage than Rubik does. Okay, our Radiant side is actually stacking their creeps pretty well. They've got a triple on the big camp here. Got a double stack here on the mid camp. Oop. I heard a concussive shot. Necrophos gets lassoed, but that fissure actually manages to stun the Batrider for a little bit. Ancient Seal on the Necrophos, and now he's being burned. Yep, Necrophos goes down, but is Batrider going to go as well? Not quite. Oh, that one last tower shot if he hadn't popped his bottle charge. Oh, power shot from the north. Wind Ranger is gonna come in and clean up. Can she get... Oh, if she'd actually noticed, she could have gotten the Batrider easy. But she takes the... Oh, Rubik actually gets the Ancient Apparition right there. Batrider, they managed to make it a 2-for-1 trade in the end. Batrider barely surviving. Literally, he had like 50 health when he got out of there. Maybe less. Clockwork is kind of a little injured, but nobody's down on the bottom to get him, so...
Much appreciated.
There's a courier. Cute little donkey. Necrophos is going to farm the big stack that somebody's made for him. I think it was he might actually have made it himself. Tiny's now on the bottom lane again. Back to doing what he's doing. Just farming up. Not quite level 6 yet. Let's see what his skill order is going to be. Chaos Knight's teleporting down to bottom. Oh, we got a 3 heroes going on to Tiny. Rubik comes in to help him, and Tiny tosses the Clockwork, but is it going to be enough? No, Reality Rift onto Tiny. He's Ancient Shield, and he walks right into the cogs, but... Oh, is he going to actually... Yeah, he's going down. Clockwork gets the kill. Clockwork almost felt like he couldn't do that. And our two... Oh... And that one last auto attack from Rubik is just enough to get him. Chaos Knight goes down as well, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. But while we were watching that, Batrider again takes down the Necrophos in the mid lane. This Batrider, man, he's doing good. Tiny comes in.
Dire's bottom tower is under
He's just
attack.
pounding on creeps. Let's check the grass real quick. 7 minutes in. Experience is almost equal again after the Radiant took a big leap. And gold is about equal now and it's gone both ways. Power shot flies out, nails the Ancient Apparition in the face, but there's not going to be any follow-up on that. Skyrat, let's check I think R is levels. No, it's XP per minute. Ah, there we go. Sorry. Batrider's already up to level 8. Oh, we got a fight going. Rubik and Tiny versus Clockwork. Oh, and Earthshaker comes in. Can he get it? Does he have Fissure? He doesn't have the mana for it. Reality Rift onto him from Chaos Knight, who's popped his ultimate, and Chaos Knight pounds down the Earthshaker while Skyrat takes down the Wind Ranger on top lane. This game's just going non-stop at this point, folks. Oh, Chaos Knight probably could have caught the Rubik there. That was the little Hadoken from the... Oh, Rubik gets stunned. Tiny walks in and tosses Necrovos on top of the Chaos Knight. Batrider is all on his own now. Oh, Rubik steals Sticky Napalm. Stunned from the Earthshaker from the fissure. Sticky Napalm is starting to burn on... Oh, and Tiny tosses the Earthshaker from a long bomb. But Rubik gets the kill on the Batrider. He's now on a killing spree. Oh, Clockwork coming in from the side. Ice Blast flying in. Nails the Earthshaker and the Tiny. Earthshaker's not surviving this one, folks. Clockwork versus Tiny. Oh, he cogged him out. And he trapped himself in the cogs. Windranger managed to get that kill. Skywrath managing to just escape with his life now. But yeah, Earthshaker... When did Earthshaker go down? Oh, Skywrath got him on the backside.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik's actually our kill death leader.
Tower. Everyone, go! Now.
3-0 and 2. There we go, net worth. Batrider is currently leading our net worth by about 600. A little over 7. Actually, now he's closer to about 800. Fissure comes out, doesn't hit anybody. Tiny just clearing out the camp. They just stole that from the Dire. There's only a single stack of harpies here. Rubik gets in and steals concussive. Oh no, that's arcane bolt. Never mind.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Please, I'm terrified beyond.
Okay, yeah, concussive shot's the weird little feather-looking one. We've got a. Is it a 3 or a 4-man smoke? 3-man smoke. Windranger pops a double damage rune, and then goes focus fire and just decides to chunk down the top tower for the Dire. That's insanely quick damage. Uh-oh. Skywrath gets caught out by the smoke gank and blown up. Thrown up and blown up. And Rubik again steals Sticky Napalm. Level 4 Sticky Napalm too. Oh, Clockwork hooks in, gets the Earthshaker, and gets the cogs off. Rubik tosses him to the high ground. Saves his Earthshaker buddy. Tiny... Batrider gets the Necrophos, but Chaos Knight gets the Tiny, but... Oh, good fissure blocked by the Earthshaker there.
Something bad is happening in your bottom.
Windranger manages to take down the top tower, and just decides to get out of there while the getting's good. Current kills 9-13 in favor of our Dire team. But they're down by a tower now, so we'll see how things go. Chaos Knight picking up some boots. Or upgrading his boots, actually. Earthshaker standing in the trees behind his tower. Skywrath comes in. Concussive shot on the Earthshaker. Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare. Oh! Clockwork actually gets the kill from the Rocket Flare. Because Rocket Flare does do magic damage, so Ancient Seal amps it up, so... Uh-oh. Reaper's Scythe onto Skywrath, so he's down for an extra 30 seconds in addition to his normal death timer. And Necrophos gets the second kill.
Rot-row, mad dudes, rot-row, middly widdly, gone all diddly.
And Dire's middle tower goes down. Tiny helped out with the Necrophos kills, so now 11-14. 25 kills in 12 minutes. This game is just going. Looks like Tiny did decide to put his level 6 into grow, so doesn't hit quite as fast, but he hits a lot harder. He also eats an Ice Blast. Shackle shot onto the Batrider, into a power shot, but there's really no follow-up to that, so he's going to survive for now. Our Radiant side decides to retreat. Ooh, triples. 3-man smoke. Where are we going? They're rotating into mid, but it might break. The smoke's going to break on this at this point. Maybe not. They're looking for him. Oh, smoke breaks on Skyrath, and Skyrath is destroyed. Oh, but Clockwork hook shots in, but gets thrown up by the Tiny and stunned by the fissure block from the Earthshaker. And that's another double kill for the Rubik, who's now on a mega kill. Let's say this Rubik player's doing good work so far. He's also managed to steal level 4 battery assault. Earthshaker pops down bottom to clear out the wave. Is Batrider gonna catch him? Batrider does have his Blink Dagger now and his Boots of Travel, so pops Firefly, blinks in, lasso, and he could have and Rubik steals the Flame Lasso. Rubik steals Flaming Lasso. Not that he doesn't have the mobility to use it fully, but we just heard, yep. Phantasm goes off, Reality Rift goes off as well onto the Necrophos, pulls him out of the cogs. Oh, not quite Necro. 3-man Echo Slam, Mystic Flare on top, and Clockwork goes down to Tiny. Earthshaker also gets the Batrider, but Earthshaker gets killed by the Ancient Apparition on the backside. Skywrath Mage goes down to the Tiny, and so does Ancient Apparition goes down to a power shot from the Wind Ranger. 4 for 2 on the bottom, and now it's 17 to 16. That was a huge experience swing. Dire were leading, and then the fights started happening. This fight right here, our Radiant are now ahead by about 1,800. They're also ahead by about 2,600 gold.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Our Radiant side takes another tower. They take the bottom tier 1, so they're now ahead by 3 towers, as well as a single kill. It's starting to feel like our Radiant team doesn't even want to take towers so much as they just want to they are just out for blood. Batrider is just farming up his own jungle. Not a bad idea right now. Batrider manages to bottle a bounty rune and then blink away from the Wind Ranger, who he's probably a little frightened of right now. Tiny, on the other hand, gets a haste rune. That's just, oh god, a speedy mountain giant. That's not a nice thought. Well, unless you are the giant. Okay, so Earthshaker drops his Tranquils to kill off the camp. Also throws off a Fisher to pull the other camp into him. Goes off and gets his boots. Probably might have gotten him a little too early. Our Dire team's currently moving around as 4 with the Clockwork just off on his own, doing his thing. Looks like Wind Ranger and Rubik moving up the mid. Nah, they're just stopping the push. They're just turning it back around. Batrider's is he gonna get the Earthshaker? Oh, he gets fissure stunned.
Something bad is happening in your bottom.
And decides to take the pole camp and the rune camp. I think it's a medium. Yeah, it's a medium camp. Yeah, because this is the large camp.
Missing bottom.
Not much action going on, just some farming going on. That's all we need right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Radiant creeps have actually pushed all the way down to the tier 2 on Dire's top side, and actually taken off just under 400 HP off of it. This game is going pretty well for our Radiant side right now. Dire's not doing too bad, but they really need to catch up on towers. I mean, CK, he's already got he does have his armlet, that's a good thing, but at the same time, he needs to get something done with it. A one-man smoke from the Batrider in the bottom, and he just decides to use it to farm some camps. Oh, we got a fight going. Clockwork's got his blade mail, Tiny may have almost... Tiny actually probably got the Necrovos kill right there. Wind Ranger gets the kill on Clockwork, but luckily for Necrovos, he didn't actually die to anybody specific. The tower is actually what killed him. Reality Rift onto Rubik, and Chaos Knight just pounds the crap out of him. 3-man Echo. Technically, about a 3-man Echo from the Earthshaker. Skywrath goes down. Tiny and the Chaos Knight both go down really quickly right there. 3 for 3 so far in the mid lane. Chaos Knight's illusions are still going to town. Oh, Wind Ranger realizes this is not somewhere I want to be. She doesn't have any mana though, so... Ooh, that Flame Break pushes her away, but not by much. They're gonna get her.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So it ends up being a 4 for 3 trade in that big fight. It looked like our Radiant side had a good start. The big issue, though, I can tell you, was Tiny's tossing the Necrovos onto the Clockwork right around here. Right in this general area. That right there, because that allowed Clockwork to get the cogs off, the battery assault, and the Mystic Flare from the Skywrath. Most of it went on, so that the vast majority of the damage from the Mystic Flare landed on the Necrophos, which allowed the tower to get the kill. That's one thing you gotta remember about Necrophos. The longer he survives in the fight, the more damage he does just by being there. Because Heartstopper Aura, it just does so much good if you can keep yourself alive. I'm not blaming the Necrophos for that death. No, I don't want to sound like I am, because he just got tossed. Probably would have been, if I was gonna say, a Tiny Earthshaker combo could actually be really good if you get a good toss to where Earthshaker lands right in the middle of the enemy team with Echo up. That's a pretty devastating hit. It also kind of helps with the fact that since our Earthshaker was the support, he doesn't have his Blink Dagger just yet. And he's actually really close though. He needs, I think, 200 gold for it. Radiant side, 5-man smoke. Although they did just reveal that, so they just revealed that they're there because that toss from Tiny. That flare's not going to show anything because they're smoked. Oh, they break the smoke. Rubik Force Staffs in, lifts the... Oh, but he's actually under the Mystic Flare. He's dead. Tiny gets hit with the Ice Blast, as does Earthshaker. Earthshaker comes in with a 3-man Echo Slam. Oh, Rubik gets... Or, no, not Rubik. Necrophos gets lassoed, manages to get the Scythe off, but still dies to the Bat Rider. And the Scythe does not get the kill, so it's currently a 2-for-1 trade. Make that a 3-for-1 as Earthshaker gets taken down by the Chaos Knight. Wind Ranger gets killed by the Ancient Apparition. Tiny kills the Skywrath behind the lines, and is he going to get out of there? Barely! 4-for-2 trade. Not a good trade for the Radiant. Tiny just barely got out of there before Cold Feet procced. If he had activated his Town Portal Scroll just a little bit later, he'd be dead right now. We're still in that fight. Rubik zips in, steals Reality Rift, and goes to attack the Chaos Knight. Okay. Oh, avalanche toss, and Chaos Knight's corpse just falls to the ground.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Ancient Apparition currently farming up some of the Radiant jungle. Fissure block, or Fissure misses.
Has been denied.
Ice Blast. Tiny still eats it. He's not going to die from it, but he's going to lose a bit of his health. Ice Blast is not a huge deal for Tiny. Not at this point, because he's got so much health. It's not out of the realm of possibility for Tiny to have one of the largest health pools in the game. Ancient Apparition picks up his Scepter, so that means his Ice Blast now does a lot more. It does. I mean, it's a let's see, it's an 8-second duration increase. That's actually a lot. Or at least at level 2 it is. At level 3 it's only 7 seconds. But 7 seconds is a lot of damage. Especially considering it's 32 damage per second. at level 3.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The Dire bottom tower is actually really low on health, so we'll see how this turns out. Clockwork's coming in to try and help it, but yeah, he's gonna be able to save it for now. It's not gonna stay up all that much longer though. It's down below 400 health. Again, we're switching back to the farming mode. Nothing in the big camp. Nothing in the nothing in the mid camp. Chaos Knight just farming up some mud golems. Take a look at some of the effigies. See you again, Golden Empyrean. Oop.
Go, now.
No, still not a fight. Troll Warlord doing a flip. Rubik saying, look, no hands. It's always fun. And all Fly Nova. I'm just checking out the effigies real quick. That's pretty good. And then we have the Dancing Fiend. No inscription on there. Okay then. We're just gonna let that go without comment. That was just a rocket flare going by. Necrophos. Oh, Batrider. He knows Necrophos is here because he's got the Heartstopper Aura, but does he know anybody else is here? Either way, he just decides to get out of there. Clockwork fires off a rocket flare, but they both decide it's not worth fighting these guys. There's probably more. There's 4 of them there. Tiny has his Zags, which means he's now hitting things with a tree. A lot harder. Bit of a passive game right now. 23 kills to 24. That's 25.5 minutes. And we've got about 20 minutes left. Tiny farming up the Ancients. They're not stacked, but he can still get a good bit of cash out of this. Batrider is still leading us on net worth by about 1k. The Dire have actually taken over an experience lead by about 2,000. And they've actually cut the Radiant Gold lead significantly. It's now down to about 500. Actually about 470, but...
Haste.
Rubik pinging out Roche. He is up. Roshan is awake and alive, so... And yeah, Windranger with a haste rune, that's just... She's already fast enough.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Dire towers are just getting beaten on. Mostly because it seems like our Radiant the Radiant team really is working with pretty good D push right now. I mean, they got the Fissure Block from the Earthshaker, Power Shot, Tiny. Chaos Knight deciding to go farm the mid. Looks like we might actually have a fight coming soon. All 5 of the Dire are here, and Chaos Knight takes a Power Shot. Unfortunately for the Radiant, they've really only got 3 people in position to move on this right now. 5-man smoke rotation. Are they moving in for Roche, or are they gonna... No, they're moving in for a gank. Oh, they're gonna run into the Earthshaker, Mystic Flare, Ancient Seal, Reality Rift, and Earthshaker is taken out almost immediately. Hookshot into the Rubik. Ice Blast flying through, catches the Tiny, and so does the Batrider. Rubik steals Lasso again, but Tiny is not going to survive this. Concussive Shot flies out. Arcane Bolt was following Rubik along. Necrophos takes out the Chaos Knight behind this, although. Yeah, Necrophos, they needed to take him out quickly. He's up to a double kill, so it's now 3 for 2 right now. Oh, Cold Feet actually procs. So if Necrophos had actually managed to avoid that, he might have gotten it. But that Glimmer Cape that the Necrophos has, that's probably what saved him right there. Yeah, the Glimmer Cape and the BKB. So that ends up being a 3 for 2 when it looks like our dire side had it. We see the Rubik using the lasso, and the Ice Blast is going to fly out. It actually does get Rubik.
Everyone, go now!
So Rubik, he's probably not going to shatter from this, although he might if he keeps taking damage like that.
Dyer's middle
And remember, with Ice Blast, Frostbite, you can't heal, and now he is going to shatter. The Mystic Flare, the Skywrath Mage's attack right there is what killed him. Oh, hookshot whiff onto the Earthshaker. Well, it sounds worse than it is. He just missed it, but I didn't see. Oh well. Earthshaker's gonna escape with his life. They end up getting the Rubik, so 27 to 27. 54 kills in less than half an hour. This game's been fun so far. Bit of a bloodbath in points, but again, we have somebody pinging out Roche. We'll see if the team actually goes for Roshan so far, or before the end of the game. There we go. That should help a little bit. Ooh, we get a hook shot onto the Wind Ranger. She manages to force staff herself out, and Necrophos is there to support her. And oh, Clockwork gets scythed down. Ancient Seal gets stolen and used immediately on Skywrath. Oh, Wind Ranger just barely dodges the Ice Blast. That would have killed her.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Necrophos is just deciding to go after the creeps. Uses Death Pulse. Takes out quite a few of them. Batrider's sitting behind the lines. He does not want to go in here. There's too much damage there. Oh, they find him though. Ancient Seal from a lift. BKB's out of it. Rubik steals sticky napalm, and uh-oh. Phantasm. Wind Ranger goes down to the Chaos Knight Phantasms after Tiny tosses one of the illusions and manages to kill the other one, so. 2-man Echo. And Batrider is in serious trouble. Has an Earthshaker land on his head. That ends up a 4 for... no, actually it's a 3 for 1, I'm sorry. A 3 for 1 trade on top lane. They did the Radiant did lose Wind Ranger, but they got the Clockwork, the Batrider, and the Chaos Knight out of it. So that's a good trade. And now they're knocking on the door. They're high ground. Can they go high ground here? I saw Mystic Flare go off. Oh, Rubik, can he survive this? Barely. Oh, the Ice Blast. Oh, it lands! Rubik shatters to the Ice Blast. He got a blast and a hook shot. Tiny is going down here. Scythe comes in and... ooh. Skywrath Mage goes down. Cold Feet procs, but it's not going to do enough damage to do anything to him. That fight could have gone a lot worse. Although to be fair, it went pretty bad for our Radiant, but it didn't go terribly great for our Dire either. They did save their tower, which is a good thing. But unfortunately now they've got to deal with the fact that their tower is almost down to a quarter health. Batrider stealing the mid camp from the Radiant and taking a power shot for his troubles. Wind Ranger actually comes in and takes what's left of it. They really, yeah, okay, I was gonna say they really knew down here and take out this wave. Their tower is at full health, but Ice Blast flying in, not gonna hit anybody. Tiny is just being tiny. He's now up to level 17, meaning he hits like a bus. And he's actually gone the speed attack route that most people go, so he's got the Hyperstone already. See if he's going to be building an AC. Actually, let's check. Yeah, he's building an AC. So Tiny's got his Assault Cuirass already.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Ooh, Clockwork actually denies the middle tower, so... Tiny's got AC. That's dangerous, because... extra armor for his team, less armor for the others. Oh, we might have a fight going here. They know Necrophos is right there. They know he's there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're charging down. They're charging towards the Dire base on the bottom tower and just clearing the wave like nobody's business. Tiny doing his thing of sieging the entire base on his own. Takes a Mystic Flare for his trouble, but it's not going to be near enough to kill him. Rubik steals the Mystic Flare. Chaos Knight comes in from behind, pops Phantasm, but loses his illusions. Bat Rider jumps in on Tiny with the Flaming Lasso. Oh, Scythe down on Chaos Knight. He's dead. And he's down for 94 seconds. Bat Rider gets killed by Tiny. Although Clockwork managed to get Tiny on the others as a trade, so... Cold Feet, is it gonna... No, it's not gonna proc. So far, a 3-for-1 trade, losing the Tiny for the...
Tower is under attack.
Especially for the extended death on the Chaos Knight, that's easily gotta be worth it. Ice Blast... Oh, it does clip Necrophos and the Earthshaker. So they're not going to be healing anytime soon, but Dire's bottom tower is tier 3 is dead. Hookshot into the Rubik. Pops the Blade Mail and the Cogs. Rubik actually just goes Glimmer Cape and then Force Staffs himself out. He's fine. Lifts the Bat Rider, tosses him backwards, and starts to run. He knew he wasn't going to make it, so he decided, I'm going to die here. Glimmer Cape TP out by the Necrophos. The only one left on this side of the map for the Radiant is Wind Ranger, and she's doing her best to run like hell. She doesn't get a latch shackle, but oh, she's gonna run right into the Ice Blast. It's got her.
That's a twofer.
That Ice Blast. This AA has been pretty on point with his Ice Blast. If he can get a kill with him, he usually does. Oh, Chaos Knight goes in on Roshan on his own. Probably should pop the armlet. Oh well. Uh-oh. Bat Rider gets caught out. Oh, the Avalanche catches him before he can TP out, and Tiny just owns him. That was a ballsy move, Bat Rider. Roshan is gonna go down to the Dire, and they know Rubik knows something's happening, but it's way too late. Roshan's already dead. Chaos Knight gets the Aegis. And now the Dire are actually just going to retreat back to their base to defend it. That's a huge push from the Radiant creeps going on top lane. They might actually be able to take out... No, not with Skyrat there. If Tiny went up there to help out, he could probably take out the tower in about 3 hits. Dire are actually only pushing on bottom lane right now, but...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Necrophos Trent teleports himself down to the bottom lane. Probably, he's just going down there. Yeah, he's just going down there to stop the push.
Missing middle.
Bizarre missing call, but oh well. Bat Rider uses his Boots of Travel to pop down to bottom lane and pops a regen rune. AA fires off an Ice Blast, hoping there's somebody there, but there isn't. Still, helps clear the wave, so... Another rocket flies out. Hits the creeps on top. No real harm done there. On our net worth chart. Yikes. Batrider has lost his first place, got knocked all the way down to 4th. These fights, man, they've been taking their toll. Necrophos is already up to level 21, has 288 last hits. Just looking at buybacks. Back to net worth. Necro is just walking up the lane, leading the charge.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So Chaos Knight could probably take that if he popped his ultimate, but he probably wants to save that. Rocket Flare flies out. The barracks are under attack on the bottom lane. Tiny moves in to help and just chunks through the health like it's not even there. They're using so many ultimates. That's Ice Blast, Flaming Lasso, everything goes down on the Tiny, and he's still up. And it's at 2-0 so far, and the barracks go down. That was... Oh, because Chaos Knight popped Phantasm, but Earthshaker actually got a 5 body Echo Slam with that because of that. Aegis gets popped, and they're just gonna destroy the Chaos Knight. Oop, Tiny gets killed.
Prophecy is true. That's a
4 for 1 on the bottom. The team fight for the Radiant is just insane. If you ignore Tiny, then he's going to be destroying you while you're trying to kill the rest of his team. If you go after Tiny, then the rest of his team is going to destroy you while you're trying to kill him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, not looking good for the Wind Ranger right now though, because she's under the frostbite, and there she goes. That one creep manages to stick her.
Going from bad to worse, now the bad dude's middle racks is getting shafted.
Skywrath buys back. Ports forward a little bit, drops Mystic Flare, but it's not going to do anything because Necro pops his BKB. Oh, and there's the Scythe. And he cannot, even if he had buyback now, he couldn't buy back because Reaper's Scythe has the Scythe upgrade. Ice Blast comes in, only nails. Actually, no, it does still manage to hit the Earthshaker before he ported it out. So Radiant is backing off. They got the second lane of racks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Chaos Knight loses his effigy. I do like how it pings out if an effigy gets blown up. But yeah, without Skywrath wasn't their big playmaker. That honor definitely goes to the Ancient Apparition for our Dire side, but now our Radiant side are just going to decide to push top. Huh, looks like the bug got fixed. There was a weird bug when I was watching this game live where Tiny got kind of turned into noodles. Let's see if it happens. But basically what happened was it took his starting model, the small Tiny, before he gets any points in grow, and stretched it to be size at full level. It looked really weird, especially considering that his left arm was like floating in the middle of nowhere. Reality Rift onto a creep. Oh, and he just catches the edge of a power shot. That Rider blinks in, lassos Wind Ranger, who is under the Glimmer Cape, but she's also under a tower, so it doesn't really matter. She can still be seen. So many BKBs pop. Another Chaos Dunk from the Earthshaker. He hits another 5-man Echo. And there goes... Oh, instant buyback from Clockwork, but Chaos Knight is out because of the Scythe. And there's a double Scythe. We had a Refresher Orb picked up by the Necrophos. So Skywrath is also down. Ancient Apparition is dead. They're both out of buyback because of that. Clockwork is gone. 4-for-1 trade, and Chaos Knight and Ancient Apparition, the two big playmakers for our dire side, are just down for the count. That is GG, folks. That's going to be GG.
Bad Dudes Rax is now officially the Radiant now have mega creeps.
Radiant, get the megas.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Not sure why they just fortified, but oh well.
Rutro, Bad Dudes, Rutro, Middly Widdly, Donald Diddly.
Bat Rider, there's not really anything he can do here on his own. That was a good game, though. 46-36 at the end there. Alright, folks. Looks like our Radiant side wins it. If you enjoy the game, please feel free to like and favorite the video, or leave a comment. And remember, if you have a replay you'd like me to cast, look at the match ID on the final score screen and email that to me. The email will be in the description of this video. You can also find it in my channel description. And if you really like the show, please feel free to subscribe. That way you can keep up and you won't miss a game. As for that, folks, I have been D. Good night and good gaming.